Family to feed, third cold with a trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Redown with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. Spin move in zone. Scope for sideline, a touchdown. I put on the show. I had to kick off and go.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Portland Snowhawks and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Snowhawk TV, man. Y'all tune in.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
I'm a little nervous.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
I'm a little nervous. Shotgun.
We have a one.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Xavier McKinney on the tackle.
Man, you better stop with all that Cam Newton bullshit. We own that, boy.
At the 23-yard line.
From the gun, here's Newton. They'll hook up here to Allen Robinson. And down here goes at the 25. That throw good for only a couple of
Nah, he said that was one of the good.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Well, it's no secret.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what the fuck you think this is, but I am not one of them, boy. All that shit, we is on that.
Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
On second down, here's Barkley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud
after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's the option. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Ball carrier.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That's good.
Lots of play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now Newton on 1st down. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you and keep pressing forward.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Chris Godwin. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jones. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down and his 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
You got 4. Gun. Mike 7. Seven's a Mike 7. It's just me and you. 8.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. And he completes it to Cohen. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Dexter Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. It's going the other way. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're
and it's caught. Touchdown. Kenny Galladay. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Third and long, it's Newton. That is caught by Cohen. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first to the
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Punt the ball, please. Please punt the ball. Please. Please punt the ball. Don't, yeah, please, son. Thank you.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He's going to let one fly for Tate. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pick up there of 20 yards. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Newton throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he will have the Bears 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it in, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Jones throwing on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Pass intercepted. The Bears take over first.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Kenny Galladay with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Snowhawks 31. Bears nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Williams. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Throwing on second down. Ta'amu quickly into the hands of Robinson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Ta'amu. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Ta'amu. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. B.J. Hill in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Graham Gano set to
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And Robinson with a big catch.
Robinson.
With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
Bears. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Ta'amu. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
38-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Now they're setting up a screen here on the left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
1st down, Snowhawks.
Jones now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Number 13.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
And a Portland 1st down.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Barkley, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Back now at Soldier Field. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
Touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
45.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Tabu will look to pass. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He may try and run for this. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
At the 2-yard line.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. That's caught at the 3. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Dancing to his left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will swell by one more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Flush to his right. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it third.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Leonard Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their mind.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Now the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their intent. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Bilal Nichols, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's third down and 15.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's
under pressure, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Who is covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Wild Bill. Wild Bill. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
45-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they helped.
Hey, this who y'all sent for me? That's this shit kind of disrespectful. He didn't even get in the end zone. Like, this who y'all sent for me?
So when you do that and you're out there fresh,
This who the fuck y'all sent for me?
And it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of
I'm confused. Like, I don't understand the disrespect. Like,
so for our visitors,
the fucking Bears.
through this first half of the schedule as they move
Like I told y'all, I'm in the garage. Little Reese got shot in, waiting on this nigga.
to take on the Dallas
I'm in O Block waiting on this nigga.
They fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.
They don't know my name. I'll get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.